you bring up a good point. Is a lot of new people or beginners have limiting beliefs. And I knew that because I had limiting beliefs. I had imposter syndrome and I had all these different things, valley of despair going on. And I reflected on how I felt then and I reflected on how I felt now. And I knew if I went out and helped at least 10 people a day when I first started out, not just affiliate stuff, but created my own offer, then I was basically putting myself out there. I would get on TikTok and go live and literally everything that my mentor that I paid for, I was giving away for free on TikTok lives, literally lessons, teaching on a whiteboard. And people really were like loving it. And I knew at the end of the day, they could not comprehend, they could not digest everything that I was teaching. It was just overwhelming, but they knew it was good shit. And so I started helping people doing audits on their TikToks for free, a 15-minute audit call. So that word started getting out there. I started building testimonials and case studies. So from helping people for free, I give them just a gold nugget that would give them an instant win. They go out and do it, and then instant win. I get a testimonial from them, and I showcase that testimonial because it's not about what I say about I can do to help people. It's about what other people say about what I did to help that person, right? And so my mentor taught me this early on, and he's like, dude, case studies, testimonials, help for free. Case studies, testimonials, help for free. Start 10 conversations a day. So I think by me helping, I'm going to get back to my main point, by me helping for free, right? I helped with that limiting belief. And like, I just said, look, I'm not going to charge you nothing. Jump on my live, jump on a call. Let me help you for free. Let me show you what the taste of like somebody being authentic and transparent is really actually like, right? And then they experience that like, dude, I've never met somebody like you. I've never been through a course and you explain the way things you explain it. It's just like, it's another language, they say, because a lot of people think differently than I do. And I don't know. It's weird how I put stuff together, right? And people comprehend and understand. And I might explain something over and over again. So for the beginner, that's the kind of nurturing they need. And so if they're looking for somebody to grow like their life, their business, they're in like who they are as a person, right? They're in, as a being. I would definitely like look for that person that you want to be like, that you want to model after. You don't have to necessarily like that person, but that's beside the point. Is like you're trying to get to where they're at. And if you want the shortcut, it's like taking a bicycle to work. You want to take a bicycle to work or you want to take a Ferrari to work, right? And your work's 10 miles. Well, I'm going to take a Ferrari to work. Okay. Well, it's going to cost you 10 grand to take the Ferrari to work to save you all that headache, frustration, loss of time, loss of everything. It's going to take you whatever. So it's your choice, right? The more skin you put in the game, the more you pay attention, right? The more you pay attention. And so it's just kind of the way it's the way we got to pre-frame things, right? So the thoughts in the head creates a feeling in the heart, which creates a function in the hand, right? So if we could pre-frame things and everybody looks everything like too outside the box, if we pre-frame things, and this is what you got to focus on here as a beginner, and you get it in their mind, focus on the thoughts, creates a feeling in the heart, which creates a function in the hand. And if people understand that, it's easier for a beginner, right? And so for a beginner to like see a step-by-step process and a mentor can show them that process, it's going to help build the belief for a beginner.
That's really powerful. And I really like a lot of what you talked about in terms of nurturing people and kind of going out and helping them in the marketplace. So what kind of, I guess, ideas were you coming up with to help and add value to people in the beginning stages of all of this? Because I know that a lot of people, they kind of get to this point where in the beginning they're like, cool, I'm getting into this because I want to make a lot of money and all this other stuff. And then they realize, if you go in really transactional, it's just not going to work out. You got to actually genuinely care and serve
100%.
people. So tell me about like, what were some of those things that you wanted to just go to the marketplace and the problems that you started to choose to help people solve?
For sure. So first and foremost, when you're going to the marketplace, if you have an offer or not, you got to figure out what your unique differentiator is. What's going to separate yourself from anybody else in the market? So if there's 500 other people or 1,000 or 5,000 people selling the same product or something very similar, why would they buy from you? And I was like, my mentor said, why would they buy from you? And I started thinking about it. He's like, well, Eric, you've been doing it this whole time that, you've been helping people for free. Right? So go out there and help people for free. Go into these Facebook groups, and if you see somebody in ClickFunnels struggling, literally, hey, I need help. I've been on support. I can't get no help. Literally go out there and say, hey, look, I'll jump on a call with you right now for free. I'm not going to pitch you or nothing, or just give them the answer if it's that short and simple. And then just go in there to each Facebook group and just drop your love in each one of them every single day. So I have 10 Facebook groups, 5 Facebook groups that you just focus on, and just go drop your love in there every day, and don't drop a link, right? Or, just kind of keep it on that kind of personable level. If it's a group that you can go in there and drop a link and they know you're not going to spam kind of thing, then that's okay kind of thing. But just go in there and provide the value. That person will eventually go search you out and go look at your profile and then look at your headline and, all these different things, your banner, because that's your real estate, that's your billboard. And they'll see what you do and who you help and the testimonials, the case studies, the friends, the family relationships, right? So as a beginner, like starting out and having that mindset is first a unique differentiator. What's going to separate yourself if you don't know anything, like really, or how can you help somebody is, well, just take what you do know and go find problems to solve. And if you have a mentor, go find a problem to solve, even if you don't know the answer to it, and take that exact copy, that exact post, go back to your mentor and say, can you solve this problem for me? Get that problem solved. Now you learn how to solve that problem. So you learn it and go teach it. You learn it and you go teach it. Learn it and teach it. That is the process. I don't care if you think it's stupid or I don't know nothing. Bullshit, because everybody's on a chapter, right? And if we're marketing to somebody, we're not trying to market to somebody that's 2 chapters above us. We're trying to market to people that's 2 chapters below us. And that's how we're going to cycle through our whole entrepreneurial journey. All the way up the mountain is we're going to have somebody that's always better than us and somebody that's not as good as us at what we're doing. And that's who we're trying to talk to, right? And so like if we stay in that process and we nurture those people and just give advice as what we can, it will come back tenfold, right? Creating those conversations, creating those relationships, engaging. If you see a competitor's stuff, but they're higher level than you, like they're not kind of a competitor, but they're higher level, go in there and just, man, that's a great post. Show that love, even share that post because they're like that. You're going to stand out. That's called building your dream 100. And everybody that's starting out as a beginner, they should definitely start focusing. That first thing is on their dream 100. You've been scouring Facebook for 6 months, YouTube for 6 months, and you have all these creators that you're trying to learn from. Well, take those creators and stop trying to really learn from them and just start trying to get in front of them.
Yeah, it's
Right?
really fascinating that you're talking about this right now because literally, like, I just watched a video of Russell talking about this last night, and it is so cool to hear it play out for you in that exact respect. It's so wild.
I show you my dream 100. I got a dream 250, right? And I try to get on as many shows as I possibly can, but you're absolutely 100% correct. And most people don't do the Dream 100. And the people that do the Dream 100 have success. It's like 100% success rate on it. And it's just getting in front of those audiences. So now my VA will go through my Dream 100 and she'll like target 10 people for each week and just blast them with love every single week. So people are always hitting me up. Hey, can you get on my show? Can you get on my podcast? Okay. What do you have going on? Do you have a show? Do you have a podcast? And it's like people I've never even thought would hit me up, And so like it works. It absolutely works. And just getting in front of these audiences and not selling even a product, just providing the value and just be authentic, real, and just let it all out. Don't hold nothing back, go gatekeep. People come flooding in, man. They do. People recognize it.
Over 2,800 people have made it into the 2 Comma Club by making at least $1 million in their business. And you get the opportunity to understand exactly how it is that they have done it on an individual by individual basis through this podcast. If you're interested in learning more about the tidbits and advice that they have, then you should consider subscribing to the 2 Comma Club newsletter, where you'll get daily updates and advice on the podcast and the things that we are learning from the individuals who have made at least $1 million. Just go to 2ccnewsletter.com or click the link in the description down below and subscribe.